Russia can start a full-scale invasion to Ukraine in the nearest future. Volodymyr Zelensky said this during an interview with a German newspaper. According to him, dozens of thousands of Russian military remain at the border with Ukraine. The biggest threat is the possible attack from the sea and the occupied Crimea, as well as from the Donetsk and Luhansk regions. There are many military options possible on the part of the Russian Federation, in particular naval operations. We are very concerned about this, and now there is a blockade of the Azov Black Sea region by Russian ships. They control it, despite international law, in violation of it. That is what you said, one of the options of reaching Crimea and cutting this corridor from mainland Ukraine. There may be an escalation on the part of the occupied Donbass. We understand that perfectly well. Big jump, blitzkrieg to the borders of the Donetsk and Luhansk regions. We are considering and preparing for such steps. According to President, Ukraine also expects the strike from Belarus. The threat will intensify in September during the Zapad 2021 Russian-Belarusian drills. But experts say the Kremlin has long been preparing a bridgehead for an attack there. Over the past couple of years, the situation was being prepared by the Russian Federation, starting from joint legislation, which provides an opportunity for the armed forces of the Russian Federation to use the territory of Belarus as their own. In addition, under the guise of drills, various troops or weapons were sent to Belarus. The situation in Donbass remains difficult. Ukrainian intelligence reports Russia is bringing new weapons and ammo to the temporarily uncontrolled territories.
At the same time, under the guidance of military instructors of the Russian armed forces, mercenaries were trained to join the reconnaissance and sabotage groups, sniper and sapper units. In addition, the occupiers install landmines across the territory adjacent to the contact line, which is prohibited by international conventions.
In the context of the aforementioned threats, Volodymyr Zelensky called NATO's unwillingness to take Ukraine into its ranks and get involved in countering Russian aggression uncivilized, outdated and incorrect from the point of view of global security. The political selfishness that exists today because of these fears could lead to World War III. There can be no "we'll see" position. Yes, no one wants that, but we already have this situation. It seems to me that this is not entirely fair. After all, we do the defense, we are the security wall of this philosophy of existence, European civilization, human rights and freedoms. Experts say it was important for the president to show Ukraine's position on the security issues on the eve of the meeting of the presidents of the United States and Russia, as well as the upcoming NATO summit. The issue of providing Ukraine with an action plan for membership in the alliance still remains relevant. There is no unity in NATO on this issue. The countries that border with Russia support our aspirations. But there are politicians who say, let's not make Russia nervous, let everything be as it is. Such politicians are in Germany, in France, in Italy. If we still want to strengthen our partnership with NATO, then we should decide, are we only partners, or we have an active, large-scale, full-fledged cooperation with NATO? At present, the Ukrainian authorities are counting on the activation of the Normandy format. The next meeting is already being prepared. Reported by Vadim Kramer and Yulia Krychkova, UATV News.